Well, then that brings us to the cartomizer issue. We've been building this package for almost a month, adding stuff to it. And like I said, we've only been doing this 3 months. Well, we have recently discovered these things called cartomizers, which are a combination, it starts here and ends at the tip here. It's a combination cartridge and atomizer.
Did you send them the ones that look like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yours probably look exactly like this.
They do look exactly
I mean,
like
they do look exactly like this. And this little white piece comes out, so you can stick something in there and just pull it out. And then that's how you add your flavor or whatever flavor you want.
That's part of the thing, is that, or maybe the biggest thing, is that the atomizer and cartridge combination, you have to take the cartridge off and get the stuff on your fingers and drip some in there, and oh, there's air bubbles, so you kind of poke at it and try to add some more. Then when you put it on the atomizer, it's not always messy. You get good at it, but it can definitely be messy. You know, always have a paper towel handy when you fill up your cartridge.
Or the cartomizers, for that matter.
See, she does, I don't. I usually don't make a mess, but I'm also usually careful about how many drops I put in there, but that's probably why a couple of mine are starting to burn out, and that's probably always keep them wet is the general rule, and it's wrong. The general rule is should be always keep it soaked. It should always be really wet in there. You can always be topping drops off. Now, the advantage of this cartomizer is that it lasts forever. I mean, I'll fill this thing.
You don't have to fill it as often as the cartridges.
Right, and you can get even bigger ones than what we sent you. It holds quite a bit of liquid, and it hits magnificently. Now that's on my 510, my Ego, it's called. But well, here.
Yeah, try mine.
I've gotten better. There's a screw right inside there that you can twist and make changes to it, and I'm sure if you feel like tinkering with that, you'll figure out very quickly which way and how far and all that. I'm a real...
We have done that to mine.
Right. I'm a real power lung hitter. You know, you got a lung hitter that just inhales straight to lungs, and then she's more of a mouth hitter, sucks it into her mouth and then inhales it. You get the bigger, deeper, richer. I assume you guys have been smokers a long time. You're both lung hitters. So, but the thing lasts forever. It is so low maintenance. It is the way to go, and we didn't know that until like the last week or two that we had your package, and that's why it was late, because we placed an order for cartomizers for you guys. Now, the cartomizers allegedly have a shorter lifespan than atomizers, which we still wouldn't know that yet. Again, a couple of mine are starting to get kind of a burn taste, but I might not be keeping them full long enough. And for that matter, the stuff I put in your package is mislabeled. I've got them labeled that they are 801 cartomizers. Actually, they appear to be 901. We don't need an adapter. The number 801, 901, 510 refers to the threads. The different models have different threads, and some are male and some are female. So really that's and I don't even know that the number actually means anything. It's just that the designation is for the threads. What else? Yeah, again, cartomizers, best method we've found so far. If we'd known that, we wouldn't have messed with all the cartridges and all like that in there. I feel like there's something else we should have mentioned.
Milligrams per milliliter.
Yeah, well, I meant before we get to the liquids. This all sounds really complicated. You get used to it really quickly.
In fact, when whoever introduced us to them said, you guys are going to quit smoking, you won't even want to smoke, and I was like, yeah, whatever, okay.
Yeah.
And it's been how long? I mean, I don't even know.
Right. I've definitely been smoking for, almost 20 years, and the way it worked for like the first month, was, you know, sometimes you're vaping, you know, when you can't or don't want to smoke or whatever. But then there's other times, coffee after eating, and then just those moments where nothing else will do. It's not as satisfying that we smoked. And then after like a month, it was less and less, and then we eventually ran out of cloves and didn't place another order, and that's been at least a month and a half.
Yeah.
Now, we're definitely ready for some cloves, and there's times all the time we wish we had cloves. But what I have found is that when I first started, when I was sitting there playing around with it, and oh, you know, when I do that, it hits a little better, and that sort of thing, I'd realized that, man, it's been 3 hours, I haven't even thought about smoking, because you're getting that nicotine fix, you know. So yeah, that brings us to the liquids. We already said we collected several menthols. There is an included list. We got the numbers on the bottles. And then yeah, when it says milligrams, I don't know why they aren't always clear about this. It's milligrams per milliliter. So if we gave you 18 milligram fluid and it's a 10 milliliter bottle, you know, each milliliter it's 18 milligrams of nicotine. And yeah, you'll just have to find your dosage. I've made myself sick because I got a big bottle of 36 milligram liquid, and boy, was I sorry. The headaches and the kind of, I'm kind of sick feeling.
And I just get nauseous because I sit there and vape it all the time, and because it tastes good, so then I make myself sick.
And even there, you find your different vapes.
Yeah.
Your all-day vape, which you've just always got handy, you can keep nice and low. And then when your after-dinner vape, should that day come for you guys, then you get something that's more potent and really makes you feel like sitting back and,
And the best part is you can do it in the house, and you don't have to worry about it settling into the furniture. And
right, do we have that in the notes?
No.
But, yeah, it's not smoke, it's vapor. It doesn't stay in your clothes, it doesn't stay in the fabric or nothing.
In the car.
In the car.
I could even smoke it at work, but I don't want to, you know, cause any ruckus.
Yeah, that's been my big thing. Is like at
I'm a
Walmart.
troublemaker already.
At Walmart or whatever, you know, it should be completely legal to vape in there, but when I'm there to shop, I don't really feel like explaining to people, you know, I don't want to talk about it, I just want to get my shopping done, you know. Anyway, the flavors we sent you, some of them will say they're from Totally Vapor. We have no idea who that is. I think I have Googled them and been to the site. We just copied it off the bottle that was given to us. A good friend of mine gave us a bunch of stuff to start off with, and the bottles say Totally Vapor. So if you want more of that particular kind, Google it. And by the way, that's one of the biggest reasons why we're making this video. We really don't see how anybody could get into this without somebody around them actually showing it to them. And so we think it's going to make it a lot less interesting for you guys if you can't just kind of be around and see us do it. Yeah, let me go ahead and try that, you know. So we're making the video so you can at least see what it looks like, and it's the next best thing. We don't expect you to get all this information in one viewing. You'll have it handy, you know. Also, the liquids we've got labeled PG versus VG, and I don't remember what those stand for. Vegetable glycerin and
polyglycerin.
Yeah. Bottom line is the VG is thicker and richer, and therefore better for certain flavors. Some say the lighter, fruitier flavors should be very PG, but not all sites give you a choice. We love Freedom Smoke USA. They've got the choice of not only how much nicotine, but the ratio of VG to PG. And we just got a bunch of 50-50 stuff. We hate it. Bad idea. We're going back to 70-30, 70% VG. And this stuff that I'm doing now, the unflavored, is 100% VG. And I put some unflavored in there for you guys because, as I said, I'm a smoker, and I've found it to be something that I like to have basically throughout the day.
And I didn't like the 100% because, I don't know, I guess I have a sensitive throat or something, because it makes me cough and gag, but I don't know, you guys may not have that problem, but I do.